because I'm gonna swear like a friggin' trucker. Although I just said friggin'. Doesn't make any sense, Scotty. Shut the hell up, we're filming a TV show! I don't know, should I address the camera or should I just act normal? Wrapping up the week, right? Well, it's Christmas time, and I know that I missed the Monday before, and I've been so busy with work, lots of stores. It's been crazy. I'd love to tell you about some of them, but they're secret, so I can't. But it's been very busy, and we're gonna have lots of stuff. There's been a lot of work that we've been doing in China too. There's a new store that actually opens up, I think tomorrow, in Xi'an, China. I'm pretty proud of it. It's super fun, and it's very ornate and different, and so it's a cool store. I'll share it at some point. I've had planned to do like a bunch of sharing of creative, and it's so complicated to actually put these together with all the pieces and parts that it's hard to get all of Brianna's time to do it. So I'm gonna try to do some of that myself, but I don't know. This is just gonna be what it is. It's a little bit of a fun thing on the side, and I don't know, but it's been really busy. So with that, everything I'm gonna do today is gonna be all about Christmas memories, or something evolving around something related to Christmas. So and don't forget. All right, so as you guys know, I work at Lego, and every single year since I think it's like 2008 or 2009, Lego has given its employees a special product gift that is exclusive to just employees, and it's fun. There have been some really cool ones, and so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share my top 3 favorites, because obviously there's quite a few. And I'm going to start with my number 3 favorite. And they all come with like these custom cards and everything, but I'll show you that. And that is the Lego Hub birds. So inside the Lego company, they have first they have all these hubs, which is sort of around the world, and then they've created this set. I forget when this one was. I don't know, somewhere down the road. I probably should have done my homework before I just started recording. That's not how we roll. Anyway, so yeah, you've got the swan, which is the national bird of Denmark. You've got this little Singapore bird. It's some kind of kiwi or something. I don't know. The crane, which is the national bird of China. There's some kind of little sparrow or something that's the national bird of the UK, and then of course the American eagle, which is the national bird of America, and then it's all on the back, and they sort of explain all this. It's a pretty cool little set. Unfortunately, and I know the builds are actually really cool to build, with these sort of exclusive items. Since I'm a collector, I know that the value is retained as long as they stay in the box. So, I can't make myself open this and build it, and it's just a thing. I love them. I think the packaging that they've done is really great too, so it's still amazing. They really are always trying to encourage us to build them, but we're like, so that was my number 3. Number 2, and this is no small number 2, was this Nutcracker. I think this was 2012 or 2013. It really is really close to my favorite of them. The build is incredible. The custom box, 2017. There it is, Chad. The custom box. It's it functions. It's an illustration on the front, but it really is a cool set. Yeah, it's a really good one, and it absolutely is my favorite of all time. So and I don't think they've gotten quite some of the more recent ones. No offense to anybody, haven't quite gotten to the level of this one. I know everybody goes crazy over it, and then you can kind of tell from the value of what's online, what resonates the most. But my top favorite one is oh, see, they come with these special cards that are custom printed and everything, and I try to keep them with the boxes because that way they don't get lost, because it kind of enhances the value of it. Is the X-Wing, it's the 20th anniversary set, and they did this Christmas one just for employees. They never would be able to release this to a mass audience, but it's got like candy cane blasters. I think Santa's in there flying the X-Wing instead of Luke. It's pretty amazing. It's it comes with a whole little sort of vignette in there. Look at Santa Yoda. I mean, come on, it's insane. And this one commands the highest price online just because it's a licensed one as well. It's something that, quite frankly, you can never get. You couldn't get it. They couldn't make this to be, released in a store because it violates too many of the IP arrangements. So anyway, this one's pretty amazing. Let me get it in there. And one of my all-time, it is my all-time favorite set, just because it sort of breaks all the rules, and it's very special. So okay, so there was one Christmas as a child where it was pretty much the Micronauts Christmas, and I know I talked about Biotron earlier, but we as the years went on with the interest in Micronauts, I think it was the following year, they released even more cool sort of new things, and so I got a couple here because there's actually a few things that we got for Christmas around Micronauts, and the first one was, and this is one that I really wanted, which was Microtron. And they really were, these sort of buildable robots. I think I've shown you, like, these pieces interchange and swap around. A lot of the chrome on this guy, this was all chrome, and it was blue plastic with chrome painted, is worn off on this particular one that I have. And then they had these sort of tracks, like tank tracks on the bottom. The latex on these are gone too, but I've got another version of this. This was the good guy, Microtron, and they all just sort of, they come apart and they're buildable. And this one actually had like a seat that would pop up, so you could put like the guy, this little guy could sit on top of Microtron, and like, cool stuff like that. So this was one of my favorites. I was really excited about this toy at Christmas. I wasn't sure if I was going to get it. I know I put it on my list, and I kept reinforcing that, I really wanted Microtron. So I was really happy to get, the Micronauts were actually relatively cheap toys, which worked in our favor. Okay. So, and then Tony, my brother, got Nemesis. So, see, as the plastic ages, it really sort of shrinks, and just gotta be careful. The plastic shrinks. So this was Nemesis. He was the bad guy, and you can see his tank tracks are complete, which is actually really rare to have this. It's just latex rubber, so that it lasts that long. But he was the bad guy, and my brother was happy with him. Very different sort of color scheme, but still cool and fun. And they all were motorized. I have never taken the ones that I have and putting batteries in them, but obviously the tank tracks would run, and these would spin, and these would spin. It was a lot of sort of motion to it. Maybe at some point I'll put some batteries in and see if they work. I haven't even opened this battery compartment, so I don't know. Generally they get pretty beat up. These are toys from the 70s, so they don't really, the electronics in them are questionable. They probably will still work, but it's you have to clean out all the contacts and everything. So this was a really fun Christmas for us because we got a number of Micronauts, and then they have like different pieces that you can swap out. These are like arm pieces that you could put in instead of those, and the arms go around. And it's pretty cool, the variation and the sort of buildable quality of those. And I just have one other one. And it's a vehicle, but they had quite a few vehicles in the Micronauts line. This was the Warp Racer, and the Warp Racer actually had wind-up motors. So you'd go ahead and wind up the motor, and then just, and it came with the figures, and then again, it still has a buildable quality where you can take the wheels off, and then you can interchange this with other pieces. I think the front spoiler came off, and then this comes off, and you could mix a lot of, they all had like the same connection points. So so there was a lot of sort of Lego-ness to these. Not obviously not as buildable as anything from scratch, but you really did get some sort of fun play quality out of them to be able to make them in different ways. And it was a really fun, sort of memorable Christmas to have so many Micronauts all in the same sort of time. I think I said before that we didn't get a ton of presents. One of the things that always happened at Christmas time, whenever we would be waiting for my parents to wake up, and I would get up at 3 a.m. Because I couldn't wait. And we would sit there and try to figure out what the presents were under the tree, but there was always two that we knew, and that is socks and underwear. My mom would always get us socks and underwear on Christmas, and put those under the tree, and then we're always like, that's just the socks. And so when you took out the socks and the underwear as presents, there wasn't a ton there. But you'd be surprised at how happy you can be when you don't necessarily have anything else to compare with. We were just happy to have toys, and and these guys were fun toys. So yeah. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about, it's not specifically toy related, but it was in December 6th of 1979, Star Trek The Motion Picture came out. Pretty close to Christmas. It was a really big event. We were Star Trek fans. We watched Star Trek in syndication on TV every Sunday afternoon. We would have like early dinner and watch Star Trek, and it was a really memorable family moment that we would all share, and we all loved the stories, and there were always a really great message with every Star Trek episode. And so when it came out in the theaters as a movie, this was a big deal, and it absolutely was. I think I was like 12, and the line was out the door and around the theater, and it was amazing that we even got in there, and so having such a big movie moment. One thing that happened in the movie that I have yet to ever experience in a movie, there was so much excitement that at the beginning of the movie, they start to introduce the characters, but there's this one moment where the doors open, on the space station, and out steps Captain Kirk, and the whole audience erupted in applause. It was like incredible. Like, people were so happy to see that moment of Captain Kirk showing up in a movie. I've never experienced anything like that. I've never experienced anything like that in a movie. But it had an energy to it. The Trekkies were out in full force, and we were right there with them. So anyway, as kids, being 12, it was considered kind of being outside the toy, they're getting a little too old for toys, even though nowadays, 12 years old, you could be playing with stuffed animals. It's all good. It's all good. And, back then it'd be like, what's wrong with your child? So, and there was, obviously things wrong, but so for Christmas, we wanted to have Star Trek stuff, and then, there were toys available, but I think my parents were moving on, and were like, why do you want toys? So anyway, they got us something Star Trek related, which it is this bowl and this cup, and they were basically the movie poster art on the bowl and cup, and and it was cool. It was actually really fun to still have. And I think I ate cereal out of this thing, for quite some time. And we couldn't necessarily have anything toy related, but getting anything Star Trek related was really cool. And actually, the colors and everything is very unique and different, and it's just so Star Trek. Just having anything Star Trek was amazing. So anyway, just thought I'd share that little Christmas memory. It was definitely a Christmas Star Trek that year in 1979. So it's been a little tough at Lego with the whole Boston thing, and then we have to make a decision at the beginning of the new year about whether we stay or whether we go, and I've definitely seen the stress of that on other employees' faces, and it's hard. And so there was a town hall that was just an update in December, and Skip was running the town hall, and he had previously done a message in the Christmas party, our Christmas party. It's like a holiday party. It kind of brought the room down. It was a holiday party. We wanted to sort of be able to celebrate and stuff, or just have a dinner and just have it be nice. And he talked a lot about Boston and how difficult it was going to be for everyone, and the challenges and all that, and kind of brought the room down. So I thought that what I was hoping he would do would give a message of a holiday kind of message, and give people some hope and stuff. So in the town hall, I kind of came up with the idea of writing a question about hope, and I prefaced it with some peace before, and then asked him if he had any messages of hope to share. And he subsequently did the same thing as he did at the holiday party. So it didn't work out very well, and it was never my intention to make a difficult question for him to ask. I was kind of trying to lead him in the direction I thought people would hope that he would do. So that being said, I wanted to actually read what I wrote in the town hall, because I thought it was pretty good, and it's maybe maybe it can help some people when you're feeling like things suck, because let's face it, that happens all the time. So yeah, I'm just gonna read it. So, no matter your belief, no matter what you celebrate this time of year, hope is at the center of it all. It truly is the season of hope. It is mystical, it is magical, it is unmeasurable and beautiful. It's hardwired into us to hope. With it, the best of who and what we are is achievable. We hope for the future, we hope for something better, we hope for the less fortunate, we give hope to those that need it, and we put our hopes in each other. It has a power that endures against all odds. Throughout history, some of mankind's greatest achievements would not have been possible if someone didn't hope that they were. Without hope, we would not be here today. The greatest thing about hope is all you have to do is believe in it. Okay, so that's it, and I know it's not going to release. This isn't going to release on a Monday. It's releasing late. It's been bonkers. I think I already said that, but I wanted to get one out there. I may try to squeeze another one for Christmas Day. I don't know if you want to waste your time doing that, but I might squeeze another one in there for Christmas Day. We'll see if I have enough Christmas material, but appreciate whoever is still watching, and I'm going to keep making them whether you're watching or not. I'm going to try to do those shorts that I mentioned I was going to try to do. It's been really hard to get some time of Brianna's to change the format and stuff. So hopefully we'll get this out quickly, and I might do some things along the way, but we'll see. And have a very, very Merry Christmas and a happy holiday, and whatever you celebrate, I hope that you have peace and happiness, because this is the time of year to have it. I don't know about the rest of the year, but this is the only time of year to have it. Have a great one.